Good evening, fam. Normally I would say happy Friday, but tonight is one of those special reports. So I came across a news clip that identified a 29-year-old black woman who was found hanging from a tree in Mississippi. Take a look.
The Hinds County coroner has identified the woman found hanging from a tree behind a Jackson home this week, and it's a case that's now drawing even more attention.
That's right. A city council member says federal authorities need to step in. 16 WAPT's Ross Adams explains what he's asking for and why he says the investigation needs more eyes on it.
A young woman found hanging from a tree in the backyard of a vacant house in West Jackson has been identified as Tasia Fortune. The coroner says the 29-year-old woman had been suspended from the tree 3 to 4 days before someone discovered the remains Monday night. According to City Councilman Kenneth Stokes, the Jackson Fire Department had to use a ladder truck to remove Fortune's body from the tree.
That means she was high in the air. What kind of inhumane person will hang somebody in that manner? Everywhere you go, they talking about that hanging. I don't care where you go, to the grocery store, to get something to eat, people talking about that hanging.
The Jackson Police Department hasn't been talking about its investigation of the hanging other than a late Monday night social media post. JPD has been so tight-lipped, they haven't even sent out a press release.
Once upon a time, a press release would have come out quickly because of the sensitive nature of hangings in Mississippi.
Alrighty, let's talk about it.
In a Thursday interview with 16 WAPT, Police Chief Rochelle Brackney refused to answer any questions about the hanging investigation. Councilman Stokes is worried. That's why he sent a letter to the U.S. Attorney's Office asking for help about the incident on Road of Remembrance. In his letter, Stokes says he wants federal authorities to assist police finding Fortune's killer and why they strung her body up in a tree.
Anything that they can provide to get this hanging case solved quickly. We need to have someone in handcuffs as soon as yesterday.
The Hinds County coroner identified the woman as 29-year-old Tasia Fortune. Investigators say Fortune's body had been hanging in the tree for 3 to 4 days before someone found it Monday night at the house on Road of Remembrance.
Hangings in the world of Mississippi, when you think of Emmett Till and others, it's a bad word. So surely somebody should say something.
Councilman Stokes says even if there's no racial element to this hanging, he says given Mississippi's history of lynchings, public officials all across the city need to step up and say this is unacceptable behavior. Reporting from Jackson, Ross Adams, 16 WAPT News.
A JPD spokesperson says the case remains an active investigation.
You know, this is really sad what's happening right now. I'm starting to really have a lot of frustration, especially for Mississippi. It's like everything that comes out about that state is not good. From the Nolan Wells case to the 1-year-old baby that tragically lost its life at the Walmart parking lot from a cop that unalived it because the cop thought the baby's mother was apparently stealing, so he shot the baby. I don't know if y'all heard that story. It's a lot. I'm really sick and tired of the injustices. I really am. You know, it's very unfortunate what some of our people are going through. God, it's just like, if it ain't one thing, it's another. And this isn't the only lynching incident apparently in Mississippi. There have been several similar incidents recently too. I believe I forgot the young brother's name, but it was a young black boy in Mississippi, same state, earlier this year, found hanging from a tree in front of a college campus. And it's so sad. And the worst part is that that silly medical examiner is on this case, and we already know what the outcome is going to be. It's going to be some BS, bogus report trying to say that they committed, suicide or whatever. That's probably what's going to end up happening, because that's what they did in the last couple of incidents. But, God, I'm just like, why can't they just leave us the hell alone? Why can't they just leave our people in peace? I don't know what's going on. I just need to know at this point who's doing it. I feel like when I see stories like this, I feel like law enforcement is involved. I hate to say it. At this point, you can't even trust the feds. Because every time they hollering for the feds, they don't do shit anyway. They don't. They don't care. It's really, really, really sad for all. I feel sorry for those people down there. I feel sorry for the ones that have to live there and deal with the racism and all the other backlash that they get every day. I couldn't imagine staying in Mississippi where it's still burning. They still doing modern day lynching. It's very, very sad. And nobody cares. Nobody cares. See, this is why I tell people to be very cautious of where they travel. Just very important. Because now I'm at the point where I'm just like, I don't want no parts of the South in general. I just don't. I don't know much about this case. It's still developing. From what the news is saying, there are no suspects at this time as usual. And it just really sucks for all. It really sucks. I feel sorry for her family that had to discover this on the news. I really do. It really boils my blood when I see stuff like this. It really does. And I just want to make sure that you guys get the information, because this is actually the first time I've seen mainstream media cover something like this. Besides the young brother that was hanging in front of the campus. They don't cover too many of these type of stories, especially in the Deep South. They try to hide it. They throw it under the rug. Act like it never happened. It don't exist. Yada, yada, yada. God, I'm just like... I feel like it's like a free-for-all down there. It's like they are literally targeting black people. They really are. If you think about it, I don't hear no other colors of the rainbow with these chaotic incidents. I don't. It's literally our people. I feel like people are being targeted, especially black people. People of color, whatever you want to call it. I feel like our people are really being targeted. And I'm just like, summer isn't even over yet. And y'all already have so much crap down there. You know? It don't make no sense. And it's just like, what do you say to that? What is there to say? It's like, I don't even have the words to say for this type of stuff. I feel like they are in slavery times down there in Mississippi. I really do, because I'm just like, ugh. You know, it's mind-boggling how there's no law down there. It's very lawless down there. It really is. And you know what this is starting to remind me of? This is starting to remind me of the new movie that came out. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it's directed by the rapper named RZA from Wu-Tang Clan. It's called A Spoon of Chocolate. If you have not seen that movie, watch that movie. It's on Amazon Prime, and I believe it's also on Apple TV, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, watch that movie. A Spoon of Chocolate's really good. I forgot who's all in it, but Paris Jackson, which is Michael Jackson's daughter, she actually is starring in that movie. It's a really good movie. It's got a good storyline. But the reason why I say that this incident reminds me of that movie is because the movie was based in Ohio, where black people were coming up missing. And come to find out, the people that were coming up missing and later found unalive with all their organs were gone, the townspeople themselves were unaliving the black people in that town. And what they were doing was they were selling their organs on a black market because the law enforcement was in it. And the law enforcement was undercover KKK. They had a whole undercover Klan ring going on down there. And I'm just like, you know what? This reminds me of that movie. And I believe it's starting to become real. What my theory is now, with all this stuff happening, I feel like down in places like Mississippi and Alabama and Louisiana and hell, even Texas, where I come from, a lot of the quote-unquote law enforcement are undercover Klan. And they're all in it. They're all in it together. All of them. The whole state, literally, undercover Klan. I guarantee it. Because how are all of these incidents unsolved? How do you not have any suspects? Because I'm pretty sure with all the technology that we have in America, like, for example, flock cameras. You got all these stupid ass flock cameras posted on every freaking red light and every light pole across the city and the state. And you mean to tell me you can't pull no footage from none of them flock cameras? It's BS. It's complete BS. Because I'm just like, there's always an eye in the sky. Just remember that. It don't matter where you are. You may be in the middle of bumfuck nowhere on a freeway, unless you're on like one of them country roads, them county roads, there's a camera watching somebody. There's always a camera. There's always an eye in the sky. Remember that. Because they have them all over the tolls. They have them all over the freeways. So I know they have them all over that city, wherever this incident happened in Mississippi. I know they do. Because people are always spying on people. Like they say, Big Brother, whatever you call it. Big Brother is always spying on us. But I guarantee you, I'm starting to begin to think it's the law enforcement. That's the only explanation, because they're covering themselves, covering their people, and they're getting away with it. And no one's doing anything about it. Like I said, the feds don't care, because if they really cared, they would be cracking down on places like this. They don't care. Even though they said the feds are going to step in, that don't mean nothing. They just as guilty as them, as the townspeople in that town. It's like, man, you can't trust nobody. Not even the law enforcement. You can't trust nobody. You can't. It really irks me, because I'm just like, why does this keep happening down there? Why does this keep happening and nobody is doing a damn thing about it? Why? You know, I'm just at the point where I'm just like, I give up. I give up, because it's just like, who else are we supposed to go to for help? Who else are we supposed to go to for justice? Who else besides the people who are supposed to be regulating the law? Who else are we supposed to be going to? The DA damn sure don't care. The medical examiner don't care. She's just as dirty, covering all the shit. Won't release autopsies, sealing records, aka the Nolan Wells case. Can't trust her raggedy ass with nothing in that state. You can't trust nobody. Period. Point blank. But y'all let me know y'all's thoughts in the comments below. Very unfortunate situation.